agrees with me. But yes, it is cooler outside. We are feeling that fall-like temperatures. But let me take you out to the Gulf first before we talk about the piney woods. Hurricane Milton, we have been talking about it for quite some time now. Currently, it's a Category 5 hurricane. But if you notice, the eye is not as defined as it was just a few hours ago. That means that the storm is undergoing what's called eye wall replacement, which does cause it to weaken slightly. That means that this will likely go down to a Category 4 before it makes landfall. Now, between yesterday and today, the track has shifted a little bit. So it looks more like it will make landfall closer to Sarasota rather than Tampa. So that's just slightly south of Tampa. Now, this is going to continue across the Florida Peninsula, but impact a majority of the Sunshine State. Now, it's going to hang on to hurricane status until it moves offshore. That would happen sometime on Thursday. We'll continue to keep you updated. But one of the biggest things that we're tracking with this storm is storm surge. Closer to the Tampa Bay, Sarasota area, up to 15 feet of storm surge. That is just a little bit under if you stacked 3 of me on top of each other. So very tall. That's taller than a human. That's very dangerous. And on top of all of that, the peninsula is dealing with an excessive amount of rainfall. Up to a foot of rain is expected for areas in the center portion of the peninsula. Locally, though, they could get up to 18 inches. That is an excessive amount of rainfall. Now, most of the rain will be confined to the Lone Star State, maybe a few of the Carolinas and Georgia, but that's because of dry air. All of the areas in brown are where you're seeing excessively dry air. The humidity is starting to pop up over here in these colored areas, and that humidity is keeping it away from any parts of the Gulf Coast and from the majority of the Carolinas. Now, we are tracking dry air right here in East Texas, and what that means for us is that it will be an increased risk of fire danger, kind of like we've seen over the past few days. Most of us are sitting in that level 2 category, level 3 starting to pop up to our north. So make sure that you are staying careful burning, because that means it is elevated from what it should be. We also have some burn bans in place across the piney woods. Those are mainly out to the west, Henderson, Anderson, Houston counties, as well as Smith County. Smith County was added to that burn ban list yesterday. So remember, if your county is highlighted, it's prohibited to burn outside in that county. That's again because of the fire danger. And we're going to keep the dry air in the forecast, so we'll likely have the fire danger lasting all through the day today. We're going to make it all the way up to the upper 80s, so we're feeling like fall still this afternoon, but it'll be slightly warmer than yesterday. Up to 87 in Tyler and Longview, Henderson topping out at 88 degrees. Nacogdoches making a run at 90, but stopping just at 89 this afternoon. Tonight, we're getting cool again. We're dropping down into the 50s, 51 in Longview, 55 in Henderson, and Nacogdoches dropping down to 56 degrees, all under a clear sky this evening. But looking ahead to next week, we have the coolest air yet on the way. That's coming as a cold front will slowly start to make its way through the piney woods. We're looking at that sometime Monday into Tuesday, and that will take our high temperatures down into the 70s. Look at that. Tuesday is looking fantastic, as well as next Wednesday when we're only topping out at 77. Now, we do have one final push of warmth to get through, so we have the 80s through Thursday. We're warming up to the 90s on Friday, then the cold front moves in, taking us back down into the 80s and 70s early next week.